I want to have sex on the beach. Oh, no, of course not. We're playing Disciples 2, of course. So I suppose it would be, I want to get turned into a fat imp by a succubus in a crumble tower. Or even a Perthan, if you're feeling particularly kinky. Anyway, an Incantalectus, Deo Noctivalorium, and an Invocari Ignis, welcome back to another I should probably think of a strategy before plunging insanely into battle episode of Disciples 2 the Legions of the Damned campaign. Oh, what the hell's going on? I've been playing so much of the Empire campaign on stream. To great effect, might I add. We've completed the Rod Planter challenge now, which is great. It's good fun. A little bit easy. Easier than I expected anyway, but that's the Empire for you. So I've almost forgotten how to play with the Legions now. Anyway, so we're soldiering on. I will probably, based on the comments of, I think, was it Raxus? Did you say that? You managed to lose the mission by a mere thief entering the Infernal Rift. So yeah, based on that fact and that revelation, I might bring Mango back, or base more forces around this area. In particular, get rid of these undead. It's essentially what I'm trying to say, and reclaim this city. So we're out of movement points for now. This is how we ended the last episode, so I'm going to end this turn. And yeah, we'll catch up when something's a little bit more interesting has happened. We'll probably clear out these units and then Bringo Mango further down south to reclaim that city for us. All I wanted to do was just slip a little spy into the Empire army by way of a demon, because irony, and he turns on us. Treacherous demons, you will regret your blasphemous actions. Oh, I thought he was going to attack the thief. Oh, well, that's good. So we are going to infiltrate a spy, of course, because this guy probably isn't going to move on account of him being kind of... I kind of call these guys sentries, because it's obvious that they're not going to move because they're not tied to a particular leader. So we don't really have to worry about him, you know, taking on the thief if we were to move, end our turn there. In terms of the fight, it's not a particularly exciting one, but I'll show you it anyway. Show our guys in action, just so you've got a little bit of excitement in this this episode. The Fiend is doing rather a lot of damage now. It's working out pretty well. It's also not taking him long to level up as either, so it's a reasonably nice route to go down. The Fiend. He seems to be keeping up very well with the Morlock. 66 XP. Oh, he must have just leveled up, but I mean, just a simple fight like that, and he's got over 10% of his experience he needs for the next level. Let's grab these loots. I've got a potion of protection, that's rather nice. And oh baby, that's a Tiamat, and that is I don't think we actually saw this one. It was the next level up from the Beast. I think we managed to get a Beast a couple of missions ago, but we didn't quite have enough experience to get him leveled up to a Tiamat, did we? Maybe we did, I can't quite remember, but I've got a feeling we didn't, and I was a bit disappointed for that. So we could potentially go for that one. He's guarding 3 Berserkers for some unknown reason. What do we have down here? Oh, he's run out of movement points, so we'll have to wait until the next turn. As for what these guys are doing, I'm just using this Demonologist just to traverse the map, hand out some spankings to the neutral units and try and just beef them up a little bit, because he might come in handy in terms of giving us a little bit more firepower and coverage in case of an emergency, I guess. So that's how things stand at the moment. We've still got this city. I think Mango can still probably make it all the way around to the Infernal Rift, so we don't have to worry too much about it. The undead are just hanging about around here, so I'm going to keep a close eye on them and then bring Mango back if needed. On to the next turn, and we've moved Mango down slightly just to rid ourselves of this little demon and a couple of imps there. No real threat to us, so I didn't show that because it was a bit of a face roll type battle, but I am quite intrigued by this haunted tower, which we've revealed. So I'm going to send the Hellhound in. I have just realised that I had a thief there, so I could have sent him along to investigate, but it's only 100 mana. It's not the end of the world. And this looks like the most unhaunted tower ever, based on the fact that these are all humans. Fair enough, they might be doing some interesting things to this witch, 4 men and a witch, but I wouldn't exactly call it haunted. Never mind. Oh, he's restored his form. We're going to get another hit. That's pretty good. So this looks exceedingly easy and could prove to be a nice source of additional gold for us, because we're still needing to build 3 more upgrade structures. 2 for the Morlock and 1 more for the Pandemonius. In terms of who we're going to go for, I think it's a case of trying to preserve the Pandemonius on the back line, so let's see if we can get rid of one of these sorcerers. And then just hope that the Pandemonius goes before the other sorcerer, just to reduce the amount of damage that he's going to take. You can take a swing at him. I mean, it's not very often that the Fiend is actually poisoning his enemies. That's a shame that the sorcerer went first. Yeah, it's not very often he's doing poison damage, but when he does, it's a very, very large amount. Ah, that's 105 XP. That's a lot more than I expected. How much do we get? Is it worth it? 300 gold? Ah, that's not too bad. A Tempest Scroll, which is, to be fair, a reasonable amount of direct damage. So that's good. The Undead is still lingering around here. We've got a rod planted there. I'd like to think she's going to go for this gold mine, and they're not going to troll us just by sending her around there. I don't think she could make it anyway, because there's quite a lot of water that she needs to traverse. As for the Undead leaders, they seem to be more concerned with this ogre and ruin, so I'm quite happy for them to waste their time down there. Let's move this demonologist over. I think he's probably in a good position to kill these guys, and then we can probably station him at this city as the defense, using this rod planter just to do a little bit of scouting about for us, because why not? And the thief that I completely forgot to use. I mean, I'd like to have a pop at that Tiamat, but for one, it's going to be very powerful and will probably kill the Pandemonius, and 2, we'll get ridiculous amounts of experience from it, which we can't really keep up with because we don't have the income to back that up to build the upgrade structures. So we'll leave him there until we desperately need the extra experience. So I'm rather liking the look of this city, which is just to the west of the Infernal Gate. Owned by the Undead. I managed to, or I tried to, get a spy in their army, but the thief just was a little bit too pooped just to edge himself a little bit closer and insert one into that occultist. So we're going to have to find out the hard way what's within this occultist party. Okay, I think we can deal with this quite easily. I'm not liking the look of the 2 warlocks on the back line, especially because they're going to do damage to our Pandemonius again, so he's just not getting an opportunity to heal up properly there. The occultist is less of a threat to us, because even if he does manage to summon something in, that summoned unit has to essentially skip a turn before it can attack. So, yeah, fair enough, he can warp in a zombie, but that zombie then has to wait for an entire turn before he can attack. And of course, if we do actually manage to kill the occultist before the zombie attacks, he takes the zombie with him. However, I'm going to kill the warlock, just because I want to reduce the damage as much as possible to the Pandemonius. You can have a go on the zombie, why not? Yeah, the one time his poison does manage to kick in, it's of course immune to it. Okay, cultist is dead, so yeah, he takes the zombie with him, and 113 XP, which is not bad. Question now is, do we go forward and also have a look in this city? we have anything to heal our Pandemonius? Ugh, we don't. That's very sad. I mean, even if we do, we then probably won't take the city because I'm assuming they have some sort of garrison in there. The undead, by the way, the rod planters went up in this direction, thieves went over here, and this guy, he went completely apeshit, ransacked that ruin and took on the ogre as well, both in the same turn, so hopefully he's a little bit damaged. We'll use the demonologist to take care of this little party that's going on. Demonologist is strong enough to kill both of the archers in one turn, so that's not a problem. It's mainly the spearman, which is going to do the most damage. So yeah, you get rid of him. Or not. That's absolutely fine. We'll still survive. Especially if the berserker goes fast like that. A little bit more damage to both these two units, but the damage is spread out so much. We should be fairly alright with a couple of turns worth of healing. And then of course we can bring this guy around to the city for further regeneration. Let's have a little bit more of a scoot around. I'm seeing very, very little. Wow. That's a party and a half. Yeah, I'm seeing very little movement from the Empire. Or the clans, for that matter. So they're well and truly staying out of it. It's mainly a battle between us and the undead at the moment. On to the next turn. We're still alive and kicking, don't worry. And I notice we have enough cash. Oh, do we? I don't think we do, actually. I've just realised. Yeah, we need enough money to build the hellish portal. That's going to take a few more turns. Mango does have some valuables on him, so we might be able to sell them at Under's shop. But in the meantime, I think it's about time we take this city of Ashulalesh, or however you pronounce it. I managed to get a spy in their army, as the thief surprisingly survived. So that's good, and I can see that it shouldn't be much of a problem at all. Famous last words, I know, but I think we're fine as long as we take out her and the zombie, which we should be able to before these two try and do any kind of paralysis on our boyos. Yeah, he should be ready to be taken out by the mage. There he goes. So these guys are fairly useless now. Well, exceedingly useless, actually. They make good target practice, at least. You can have that one. Ugh, I'm just not quite getting through with any of them. There they go. And a little bit more XP, and you'll see, this is what I was talking about before, within the space of, what, 4 or 5 battles, Fiend is 50 XP away from a level up. Wow, she was really going for it. That voice actor was having a good day. This is potentially a problem, just because it's more damage to the... Whoa, no, I don't want to go over there. More damage to the Pandemonius. However, if he survives, we will of course be remaining in the city and therefore can get a nice big regeneration bonus. Question is, can we kill this Doomdrake in time? Because he's going to do 40 damage. I don't think so. I might use Mango to take out the Initiate to begin with, just to reduce the amount of damage going to the Pandemonius. I'm just not liking this 30% armor. I think if we combine everything together, it's just not quite enough. Although he is not immune to death, so the poison would work. I'm going to go for it. Should we go for it? Yeah, let's go for it. The poison kicks in and then we should be good. Ugh, it doesn't. Oh, and they both get turns before us. That's not pleasant in the slightest. Can the Pandemonius at least kill the Initiate? No, we can't. This is going swimmingly. Am I going to go for the complete overkill and get the Morlock to kill the Initiate? Yes, I am. Now, who are these going to paralyse? Ah, he's missed the Morlock. That's great. I'm not bothered about the Morlock because he's the slowest. of all of our guys. So if the fiend hits, then we're good. Fantastic. Okay, that went in our favour, mainly because these guys were a bit rubbish and went for what I thought was the wrong target. But it seems they just went for brute strength and the Morlock, which I'm not complaining about. There we go, and the city is ours. And another level up for the fiend. It's now doing 90 damage with 45 damage from his poison attack, which is excellent. Pandemonius is coming along nicely, and we do have a little bit of leeway with the Morlock, so we don't quite have to be getting our skates on in terms of building the next upgrade structure. Ooh, it's an Elder Vampire. When Mortis cons... I'll start that again. When Mortis consorts is reborn, even Uther will be no match for them. Thanks, Mush. Now then, Demonologist is slightly damaged, so let's get him in this city. We should, hopefully, there should be no reason for us to be completely taking over this island now, because we've taken both of the cities on it, so we'll get this gold and infernal mana, which is great. What planter that we have can go on a merry way, traversing the land. There's a lot of green skins around here, so yeah, there's nothing much. There's plenty of experience, but nothing much that she or the Demonologist can do. It's mainly Mango that can stand up to them. Okay, I think that's all we're doing in this turn. Oh, here comes Uther piping up once again. I tire of your puny attempts to stop me. Flee now, and I will be generous with you.
We must resist, Master, better than can be saved.
Beware, the mountain clans are on the move. They have powerful armies.
Well, this is good, because I think we're allied with them, aren't we? Fantastic. So I don't know why we're so scared about that. Anyway, let's see what has happened. We've got a little bit of more movement with the undead. Those two guys just went off marching down to the south, so I don't know what they're getting up to. We have had a little bit of a threat presented to us in the form of this. Oh god, it's that party again. Oh god. So yeah, those wights are going to be a mega problem. In fact, it might be impossible for us to win that one. It's those wights. They're a really a scary foe for us, because our only unit that can actually defeat them is the Pandemonius. However, we do see this shop, so let's sell some of this rubbish, and we should hopefully have enough money to grab an upgrade structure. Let's get rid of this valuable. No use for that orb of fire. Oh, as nice as that is, we can't really use that, so that would have been nice, but sadly not. Another valuable Squire orb, great. And I think, were we keeping all of these scrolls? Sanctuary can go. Temper scroll we'll keep. Skeleton, why not? No, let's get rid of it. Stone Ancestor, of course, is an incredible summon for the dwarves, so we're definitely holding on to that. Can Mango actually get past this unit now? He can. So there is that option available to us, but if we do, I suspect she's just going to retake the city straight away, but we just don't have the firepower to take on those two rights. But what I am going to do before I forget is build our hellish portal for our Moloch. That's looking a lot more doable. I know the werewolf is weapon immune, but certainly not going to be able to kill our Pandemonius with that kind of army. Might give that a go, actually. Come on then. Then even if this one goes up to catch that city, at least we'll have this city down here. I mean, it's you know, it's trading one for the other, I guess. But as long as we've got some sort of presence near the hellish portal, I don't know what to call it anymore, then we should be alright. Great, so the Pandemonius is going before the Initiate, so he's not taking any damage in this turn, so that's perfect. Right, rest of you guys can just defend for this turn. I do apologise, that's my That's my alarm clock going off, telling me that I have overstayed my welcome on this particular recording session. That never normally happens. I do apologise. It's not just going to suddenly cut off, don't worry. I'm going to keep on going. I'll get through this. 65 experience. And no items. What a cheapskate. Yeah, this is pretty easy. They're all tier 1 units. You may have to vacate that area before this woman comes along and beats you black and blue with her whites. But other than that, should we help out the dwarves and grab this rod? I don't really feel like it. They are the dwarves after all. Whoa, that's a nice big army as well. Elder one is, yeah, and Rune Master. Yeah, these guys are 2 top tier units. So yeah, they weren't kidding when they said that the dwarves were having some pretty beefy armies. I might send this thief over here actually, because this remains unscouted. There's an abandoned farm. That might be fun. Anywho, as evidenced by the annoying bleeping of that alarm, it's probably about time we draw this particular episode to a close. I will probably just leave it like this, so we'll start the next episode as ending our turn. So that'll be exciting, won't it? And yeah, we need to push further forward and just basically get Mango leveled up, really. I mean, we took this entire island, albeit temporarily. Might be enough for us to grab that infernal mana. That would be nice. But yeah, we're going to have to probably do a lot more strategizing in the next episode and find out how just to overcome these weapon immune units. I think it's probably going to be through the use of those spells and some scrolls that we have, which means taking care of these rods as well. Anyway, I'm rambling, as I always do. Let's leave things here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-ta for now, Questers.